We are Hubdrive. Our vision is to empower people and organizations in HR management.
My name is Franciscus Loray. I'm CEO here at Hubdrive. Welcome to our presentation on the latest news from Hubdrive HR Management for Microsoft Dynamics 365. Our vision is to empower people around the world in HR management, meaning increasing efficiency, more security in data and processes, as well as more comfort for employees. You can expect amazing new capabilities in AI and innovations in our modules, which are now available. To give you some insights, let me welcome Holger, owning the product here at Hubdrive. Holger, you're delivering 4 Rollup updates every year. Today we're talking about Rollup 48. Means in more than 10 years you're delivering innovations, sustainable. That's really exciting to me. In IT, that's really impressive. I'm super excited. We want to learn more here.
Absolutely, Franciscus, and you're absolutely right. Also with Rollup 48, we created some exciting new features, nice improvements, which really helps you on a day-to-day basis. Let's see what our product and development team created in Rollup 48. With no further ado, let's jump right into it. We prepared a great roll-up for you. Let me walk you through what we want to show you today. First, we created a functionality which is new to the Power Platform. We enabled that you are able to change the data today, but it's getting affected only for the future. We want to show you how your employees can use AI to their advantage to quickly find data what they need for their day-to-day life. And we have additional time and attendance improvements on functionality like the auto-approval of attendance corrections. Employees always ask us, hey, where can I see my time from the start to the end? We introduce you to a live counter. And we have news for the time and attendance users, which I'm excited to show you that what improvement we have in the box for you. Last but definitely not least, we revisited all of our list and view designs and completely reworked it in time and attendance and in the whole solution. Let's go directly in the release notes. I'm showing you now the release notes, which are available as soon as the video is published also for you. So let's go through it. The first feature which we want to show you is the change of employee data in advance. We always got the request as, hey, I'm moving to a different city, my bank account changes, or someone is supposed to change the department for the future. And on our solution, you will always be able to change it immediately and right now. But what we created is for you now a way that you are changing it now and it is getting affected directly for the future. That brings you the safety of never forgetting to change data when it's due. Shall we take a look in the system? Let's do that. I'm right now logged in as Paul Morrison. Paul Morrison is an employee, and Paul Morrison is about to move. Therefore, we are going directly to the employee data. I'm on the digital self-service file of Paul Morrison as Paul Morrison. And you see here, when you click on private data, we have a new button which is set future changes. We also have those buttons available for HR managers in different locations, as well as for bank data for the employee. So let's say Paul Morrison is moving. By clicking on it, you will see a sidebar coming out, and you are now able to change the date of when it is affected. Paul Morrison is moving to a new location on the 1st of November. So you are saying 1st of November, we are moving. And you then can change the data immediately. Let's say he is moving to New York, and he's not longer working in the Skillman Street. He is working in the Truman Street. And the apartment is number 2. His mobile phone language doesn't change. Please pay attention to this little toggle right here. Why? What is this toggle doing? It allows you also to not only change data for the future, but also to clean data for the future. So when setting this to yes, all fields based on the effective date which we set above are now getting active as soon as it hits. We hit submit, and now there's a change happening directly to the system. Not right now, but for the future. When you click it again, you are able to also see future changes which are already made for the future. So HR managers and employee don't have to do changes multiple times, because they are seeing if the employee already changed it. Also, you are able to also add multiple changes for the future. For example, if you know already that you are moving somewhere for 1 month and then move back, this is also possible. Isn't that exciting? Back to the release notes. We now looked at the change of employee data, and you have to do nothing when you install Rollup 48, no configuration necessary. It is directly available for you. Now, I like to demonstrate you the Copilot enabled in employee self-service. For this case, I like to show you a specific use case of an employee who's requesting if one of his colleagues is on vacation next week, so he can take their own one. For that, we go directly in the system. So I'm logged on here as Edgar Casini. Edgar Casini is a normal employee, and I want to ask Copilot. Therefore, I just click on the Copilot symbol, and I get already an explanation of what I can ask. It gives me example. For example, I can ask questions about my HR request, attendance adjustment, daily summaries. But what I really want is to find out what is the vacation of my colleagues. So I ask us, because I need a day off next week. Please check if one of my colleagues got vacation. And I press enter, and it will accept typos, it will understand the meaning. So a normal employee can interact however he wants with the Copilot, and it gives you answers. It scans the system, and we will get now an answer. So it first tells us, hey, you ask, any of the colleagues have vacations scheduled for next week? Based on the current data, none of your colleagues in your department have approved vacation leave. Request during the period using this link to explore vacation. So it gives me even a link. It takes me to my vacations, and I can create directly a new vacation request because I already know that none of my colleagues has vacation. I'm very happy now to introduce you to my product manager, Daniel. Daniel, come on stage.
Hi everyone. Hi Holger. Thank you.
Hey Daniel, you worked hard last quarter, and I'm very excited to see what did you bring to the product.
Definitely happy to show you. We have some great improvements regarding time and attendance. One of them is that we can enable employees to time tracking. Just using a toggle button, you can enable or disable this employee to use the time and attendance services. Benefits: easy activation or deactivation of time tracking with a toggle. We have significant time savings when creating overviews, and also faster system performance. Again, technical requirements, none of them. You just can use this out of the box. Now, let me present this into the system. So, here I have the system open. Again, I am the HR manager, as you can see. I have the file of my employee open under time and attendance. And here you can see the button, enable time tracking. Just switching this to yes, I am enabling this employee now to participate or to register their times. So with this button, time summaries, time sheets, and all the daily summaries will be rolled out for this employee. If I don't want to use this anymore, simply set back to no. And of course, save the record. It takes a few seconds, configuration is done. Coming back to the release notes, I'm going to present you the new feature that we also have, that we can enable our employees to adjust their own attendances. And therefore we have to approve our own time tracking changes. So this feature is done by the HR manager. We have again easy activation with just a toggle. We have time savings for HR manager, and we also have this time tracks actively immediately. No technical requirements, you just have to activate the toggle. Now let me present this in the solution. Here again I have the solution. I am logged as HR manager, Haley Miller. I have my employee file. Under time and attendance tab, I have this toggle enable self-service for adjustment. What I have to do? Simply slide to yes. Now I will save this record, and it means that this employee will be able to submit his own attendance adjustments, and those will be approved immediately. No extra work for the HR manager. Now let me switch this page. I will log as an employee. I am logged in my app. I am Paul Morrison now, I am the employee, and let's suppose that I punched out too late my attendance on the days before. Therefore, simple clicks for the employee. I go to my attendance on the left side. I have my attendance this week. I will choose the day. Now I have my attendance adjustment. You can see that with just one button, I can correct my attendance. So what do I have to do now? I will wait until the system loads a bit. Here we go. We have all of my attendance details from the day that I want to adjust. I have my end work, and I will change that. So let's say that I finished my work at this time. It's done. I simply submit that. Without any extra work for the HR manager, my attendance will be now approved because I enabled this employee for that. So faster, reliable, and data at real time. Now, thank you for watching. I would like to welcome back to the stage Holger.
Thank you, Daniel. That
You are
is
welcome.
very exciting. Employees who can self-approve their attendance adjustment. I will tell my boss that I want that. And let me show you one more exciting thing, because everything which Daniel has shown is already in the e-learning. So you can dive in immediately and see what has changed and how to configure it so that you can make use of it. To show you an example, let me guide you directly to our e-learning. I'm on our website, hubdrive.com, and we are clicking on the e-learning in the Learning Center. Here you see our Learning Center, and you see our self-implementation guide, but we want to go directly to the use case. In use, as I want to show you the example of the self-approval, I'm going to attendance. Scrolling down, you will find information about our time and attendance module, what base settings you have to do, what tutorials are there, details, and at the end, integrations. This is a base configuration which you do for every employee. So when clicking on the base configuration, you will get to a page where you see all the configuration you are able to do for your employees and your time tracking module. And when we get to point 11, you will see allow self-approvals of attendance. Click on it and you will get directly to the description. You will see which prerequisite you have. So you have to be an HR manager to enable it for an employee, but also the employee uses time tracking. You get a click-through on the HR Hub, where to go, and what Daniel showed you, how to enable it. And you immediately get a screenshot with that thing. So for all employees which are supposed to do their self-approval, which shouldn't ask their boss for approval of their attendance corrections, they can have this one enabled. Again, this is just one example. All of the features and changes which we are presenting to you are already in the e-learning available to you. Back to the agenda. We now looked at the time and attendance improvements and the effective date, and now we are getting to a feature which is one of the features which was most requested by our customers and partners, and we got it now. And that is a live counter on attendance. We are displaying now live a counter of how many hours and how many minutes has passed since he started work and didn't punch in for a break. That one is automatically updating every minute and gives more transparency for personal and responsible employees. Let's take a look in this system. I'm logged on, in this case as Haley Miller. She's an HR manager, but of course she has that available as well. She punched in at 8:33, and you see up here there is a live counter which is going up. And you see the start break, and she is still continuing on working. Until now we looked for the end user perspective, but now I have a topic more for the technical driven people of you. Because we are merging our employee time tracking app and the users of it directly in our employee self-service app. That means employee self-service for time tracking now getting the full package of features available because they are using the same app. If you have customizings inside of the time tracking app, on a view, on a form, please make sure that you are also adding this form directly to the employee self-service app, so no customizing of yours gets lost.
So for this next item, I want to show you the revised list design. We did some great improvements over here. I'm gonna show this list where employees, HR managers, supervisors, they all can at first glance understand what's happening in the views. For the benefits, employees, HR managers, they have a faster orientation thanks to the icons in the column headers. Status in lists, they are instantly visible through color highlights. We have direct access to detailed data with the new expanded feature. As a technical requirements, this comes out of the box in Rollup 48 without further configuration. Now let's jump into the system, and I'm gonna present you this live. So here we have an example of the HR manager. I'm logged as an HR manager. I have the views of my employees. In this case, I have Peter Maurer. And at the first glance, HR manager can easily identify in which status the timesheets of this employee find. So you can see that we have draft, we have submitted, we have approved, and also we have this cool feature where you can just open one entry, and then we have the detailed view from that week. So all of this out of the box, and in order to help you on your day-to-day business.
We are at the end of the introduction of Rollup 48. I'm very excited about this, and I hope you are too. Rollup 48 brings great new features to you. Features and improvements which my team, the product management team, the development team, and the quality assurance team worked endless hours and nights on it. We love to get your feedback, and please, if you have any questions, reach out to your customer success manager or our support. And then, until Rollup 49, have a great day.